Welcome to F260 week 41, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and 4, entitled The Judgment Seat of Christ. Highlight verses 1 Corinthians 3, 6 and 7. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So then, neither is he that planteth anything, neither is he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. Explaining this, whenever God uses us, we must guard against pride and remind ourselves that we are merely God's willing instruments to accomplish his purposes. Paul's God-given gift was to sow seeds of faith to the Gentiles, and Apollos' gift was to nurture their faith, bringing it to maturity. Applying this, each of us will be rewarded for using our God-given gifts for God's glory. This occurs in 2 Corinthians 5:10 at the judgment seat of Christ, which is not to be confused with the great white throne judgment in Revelation 20. The great white throne judgment is that of unbelievers who will be cast into the lake of fire at the end of the 1,000-year millennium of Christ's reign on earth, whereas the judgment seat of Christ occurs at the beginning of the millennium, at the time of Christ's return and the rapture of the church. This is further elaborated on in 1 Corinthians 3:10-15, where Paul uses the image of a building resting on a foundation. The building represents our life. The foundation upon which we build our life should be Jesus Christ. In verse 12, he refers to the day that Christ returns and we are raptured into heaven to appear at the judgment seat of Christ. On that day, it will be made clear whether the good works we have done have truly been good works motivated by love, and as gold, silver, and precious stones, works which will pass the test of fire. They will not be burned up, but will be revealed as true gold, for which we shall receive a reward. Or if they have been merely just wood, hay, or straw, works we did which were motivated merely by self-service, they will be burned up by the fire of God's judgment. As a believer, this person is in heaven, so the loss he suffers for the works burned up is not his salvation, but the rewards he could have received had his works been truly good works. He will be like a man rescued from a burning building. He is personally safe, but has lost everything else. The works we did, which were motivated by love, will pass the test of fire. They will not be burned up, but will be revealed as true gold. He is personally safe, but has lost everything else. The works which we did, which were motivated by love, will pass the test of fire. They will not be burned up, but will be revealed as true gold. My response: Jesus speaks of this in the Sermon on the Mount when he says, "Take heed that you do not do your charitable deeds before men to be seen by them. Otherwise you have no reward from your Father in heaven." Amen. God bless.